A sequel to 2006's tepidly received Two Worlds, Two Worlds 2 is looking to rock the open-world fantasy RPG boat with a crazy magic system and slick loot mechanic. But between some inconsistent art design, awful voice acting, and clunky controls, Two World 2 stumbles. Two Worlds 2 is mostly your typical dark fantasy setting. There's orcs, monsters, spells, and swords. The story revolves around your quest to rescue your sister and topple the Dark Lord Gandahar. If that sounds familiar, it should. This is all Fantasy 101. Sadly, Two Worlds 2 looks like it went shoplifting at the Fantasy Depot and left with a haphazard collection of styles that don't really fit together. Meanwhile, the character animation looks about 15 years old and the voice acting is awful.
Yeah, damn neighbor. There's so many cows. Yeah.
Which is too bad, considering there's some really cool lighting and spell effects in there. Two Worlds 2 has some great ideas on paper. The loot system allows you to break down almost any item you want to upgrade your other gear. The spell system uses cards that allow for total customization of spells and get you some crazy effects. Unfortunately, the game doesn't control well. It uses too few buttons for too many things, like the left trigger runs, sneaks, and aims in sniper mode. It doesn't seem like much thought was put into things. Meanwhile, the quests almost all devolve into gather this and kill that, and they don't always work correctly. Two Worlds 2 will also kill you at the drop of a hat, which makes constant saving practically required. It's too bad that the triumph I felt in completing an encounter often felt more like grim satisfaction than enjoyment. However, I was surprised by the multiplayer mode. It allows for deathmatch-style games, a limited co-op campaign separate from the main story, and even an Animal Crossing kind of village mode. It's not enough to offset the missteps of the rest of the game, but it's certainly a cool addition. Don't get me wrong, there's some fun to be had in Two Worlds 2, but you're going to be digging for it. The multiplayer offers something other games in the fantasy RPG genre have largely ignored, but the control, quest design, and presentation issues are universal across the game. If you're starved for a hard-as-nails action RPG and can look past those problems, Two Worlds 2 might be worth checking out. Just be prepared to have your resolve tested, repeatedly. For more on Two Worlds 2, check out IGN.com.